Hello, everybody. Welcome to the read for this second last week of November. Can't believe we're already, how did we get here again? This year is just whipping by. Um, we're going to do the normal breakdown of the read, see what the overall week is looking at, and break it down into the beginning and the end of the week. The key piece of this week, and I'm just going to combine it into this energy read, is Pluto moving into Aquarius on Tuesday, so tomorrow. Um, yeah, um, I've got some notes here. I'm just going to go through them just to give you a brief sort of understanding of what it is. The interesting thing about Pluto moving into Aquarius is that it it covers a lot of ground in terms of, so basically this paradigm shift is going to be very big and very, I'd say, like, very noticeable, to be honest. um so it's leaving, Pluto's leaving the sign of Capricorn, which is very patriarchal in the structure of Capricorn. So moving into Aquarius is, um yeah, it's, we're moving out of that patriarchal, like, overlording on us. So hopefully that will see, the space then to allow us to, have more of a rise in the divine feminine energy, which would be great because, I think if we can lead this planet uh, in a way where it's more nurturing, benevolent, beneficial, then that's something we want to be doing. Um, in the sign of Aquarius, Aquarius is all about metamorphosis, evolution, transmutation. So we're heading into this, like, time of, like, really just, like, uncovering everything and bringing it up and making it better and into something different, right? It has a lot to do with truth and power and and exposing or showing what's really been going on under the surface of things. So that's pretty awesome. Aquarius is also more of, like, a humanitarian at heart. So um, supporting the collective, supporting the whole and the good of everybody. So that unity really comes in. Interconnectedness. What's the other ones I've got here? Okay, so this next era in our lives then is going to be, um, basically, it represents a free and liberated collective comprised of free and liberated individuals. That's awesome. This is everything we've been striving to see and make happen. So, um, the other key point, which is, like, kind of brings it all back to everything I've been harping on you about, or broken recording, is it reminds us of our power, the power of our thoughts, our words, and our frequency, um, and that the future is created by these things. So again, it is so important about where we're placing our energy, where we're placing our power and our words and thoughts, right? Our manifestation. What are we manifesting? Are we manifesting good for the greater good, for the whole, for ourselves as individuals? Um, all of those things. So it's really gonna definitely amp up this week for sure. Like, and also, like, not even just amping up, but, like, just kind of saying, hey, like, um yeah, it's basically just saying, like this transmutation of energy is happening. It'll be more tangible, is what I think, is that, like, instead of us just talking about it, we'll actually be able to see those changes actually taking place. Okay, let's see what the overall week is. I'm incorporating one extra card in here, so just for the, oh, I don't know if you saw that, if it caught it on camera, but like this card literally just slid out. So again, the overall theme for the week is the Emperor. I lead with wisdom, integrity, and virtue. Um, yeah, it's just like it's time for us to, with all the work we've been doing, we've been, it has been leading to this moment so that we were in a position to, help show the way and lead the way moving forward. So, um, that card's come up the last couple of readings. So it's just like, it's, it's just time for that to start happening. We got perception. Uh, this one perception is an interesting card too because it's like the focus is really on the third eye. So as all of this information and change and things come in, is really be using your intuition, to to see things as they really are. Like that's the perception card. Is like, um, because we are all going to have like a different experience or a different understanding of when we look at something, right? We're all going to kind of have a different description, a different perception of what we're seeing. So I think this week is like asking us more to tune into the intuition, really take every bit of information you get, those sorts of things, use your discernment, like, and really get clear answers from yourself, your intuition, your inner standing of everything that um that like gives you a good solid answer that um you're happy with, right? And also it's interesting too because I think it's going to come up around, um we have a perception of how things are on this planet, but that's about to be turned like right upside down. So also, you know, being really easy with yourself as we learn all this new things. Look, they just keep jumping out. It's the best. As we're learning all these new things, just really taking it in stride, but taking the time to take that information inward, and look at you know, look at it with your third eye, and be making decisions about how you feel about stuff from that, you know, intuitive point of view. Yeah, we also got a burst of magic for the week. So again, this is a heart chakra card. The lotus is, all the petals are illuminating and blooming, which generally, you know, signifies enlightenment. Um, and if the outline of is a outline of a person. Um, so just, yeah, a burst of magic this week. I think basically we're really gonna be able to more tangibly see, um, what's been going on in the world, and like what, and what and who we truly are in terms of energetic beings, right? All right, let's look. We're gonna do the beginning of the week. We'll do one card of each, and then we're gonna do, every time we do a read now, we're gonna include the golden future deck. We'll do three at the end, and then sum up the week, or vice versa, whatever comes, and then we will, um, uh, leave it there and just see what happens. I think it's going to be an interesting week. The next two, like, pretty much just continuing on and on. But I definitely think, yeah, the beginning of this week is going to be, well, and just looking at the card, we got one of the things on the cards down here, which I'll read in a second, is paradigm shift. So it's happening. It's happening. Oh, it's happening. Okay, this is interesting though, this first card. I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay, and then, yeah, interesting. Okay. So, first up is possessions. It's a root chakra card. Belongings, finances, assets, treasures. Um, Part of the one of the biggest systems that has to shift is going to be the way, is commerce. Like it absolutely has to. The old system is what's keeping us in debt, enslaved, all of those things. It is not benevolent to humanity. It is actually working like against us. And so, um, that being said, though, so just it's so interesting though, because like the picture on the card is, you know, is this cloaked figure with like um a crystal ball, but then there's lots of crystal balls all in she's wearing antlers too. Like this I've never seen the picture on this card. Very interesting. Um I want to say a little bit about if because it's more like it's that burst of magic. We need to be doing the work around, you know, like I said before, our words, our thoughts, our frequency, right? So again, it's really harping on the manifestation. Make sure, because it's like, make sure you're bringing in the energy of whatever the new financial system is. Um, Keep dreaming about that. Keep envisioning it. Um, don't keep looking at your current bank account and going, "Oh, I'm going to lose all that," and like it's just don't put into the negative space. The reason I say that too is we also got uh, two cards in the yantras. We got the attitude card, which is we need a yes attitude. And I think this is like the best part of the early part of this week is like we really need to be like saying as our perception is like as we're showing and we're like in that place where we need to change our perception of what we thought things were, we need to have this really big, good yes attitude to welcoming in all the new things. Because we also got abundance, being grateful. So it is all this manifestation thing is so important right now. Because if we're in this lower frequency, and we're obsessing over our current possessions, which a lot of that time is money or stocks or like any of that stuff, if we're clinging so tight onto that, and like it's going to be a harsh reality when that stuff goes down. So be it's hard. I know it's going to be hard because like we're talking about like a lot of loss in order for us to get to the part where things gain. And it's not going to be pretty for a little bit of time, but have faith, that there's a better structure already in the wings base. It's I think it's probably already in, and it won't be a seamless transition, but it will be, it's really important though that we're working on those manifestation abundance skills, because we have to like dream this into being, right? Yeah, just a tiny bit of work. Just really, but like, yeah. The thing that's in here too is that there's also the word treasures and um and assets. And it's like, again, turn to the magic and create what you need. Like manifest it. I think like and this is because it's coming in at root, it's like you can do this right here, right now on this planet. No other energy needs to come in. It's already in actually. So start using this. And this is how we get into this like um Pluto into Aquarius, because that's the big thing, right? That's the one thing I said is it's about us being free and liberated. What's the biggest liberation? Like that's freed, like it's being let, being freed, being opened up to like being able to do, you know, things freely and liberated from this like little prison we've been in. So, yeah, part of that is like you've got to do the inner work for yourself too of like letting go of this old way. So don't be try not to be clinging on to it, but doing the work of like, hey, like, what would be what helps me be individual and free is not being tied to a mortgage, a car payment, all the things, insurance, just all the like terrible ways our money is not working for us, right? It's working for somebody else. It's certainly not working for us. So, don't we want to be free of that? I do. So the beginning part of this week is kind of definitely focused on um, finances. So just spend some time allowing your perception of things to be changed, and know that like there is something benevolent coming in to replace. So part of it is like, yeah, be the yes man and be like, yes, okay, it sucks that the stock market just crashed, but guess what? That's okay because we got better stuff coming in, and we make space for it. It's like, I'm ready for it. Make space for it. Please put me into this new financial system. That might be a mantra we need to do every day just for the next couple weeks so that we can introduce this. Okay. That being said, too, we got two other cards for the beginning of the week. The first one is Mirror, which is truth revealed. So, I mean, really, wouldn't that be like the biggest reveal to us all is just how corrupt, well, we most of us know, um, this whole like money thing has been on this planet. So, look for lots of like big shakeups. I mean, it's like honestly, if stuff crashes, it's like it's a pretty good like truth reveal there, right? Money isn't real. That's the problem. It's just ones and zeros. It doesn't actually exist. Um, we also got Serapis Bay, which is paradigm shift, activation to grow, make the necessary changes. That is talking purely about not clinging on to this old way of doing things. And this is just one of the first structures, particularly a patriarchal structure that is going to crumble, right? It's probably the most important one. It's the one that needs to go first because that that's the way this current whatever trying to rule this planet, those the powers that were, uh, basically that's how they've been controlling and manipulating us for our entire lives and our grandparents' lives and all the generations back, right? So that time has to come to an end. So I'm just really getting for the beginning part of this week, regardless of what happens, is do your best to not cling on to the old and to wish it well and send it on its way. Thank it for its lessons and its time and space in this continuum. And then start to really do like kick ass abundance work, being grateful. And I know like you're supposed to be grateful for what we have, right? But what we have is like, we're not sitting there going, I have, $10,000 in the bank and I'm really grateful for it. This is flipping the energy to be grateful for the things you have that are what's important in this new paradigm. Love, peace, hope, faith, joy. I could go on. It's really critical this week that we're watching our frequency. That's because again, if you're putting out there, or you're doom scrolling and you're doom and glooming, like the ever since that 1111 portal, it's just like manifestation is like just coming in. So it's your choice if you want to pick it to be benevolent for yourself or to be uh not good for yourself. Okay, that's the beginning part of the week. Let's look at kind of Thursday and beyond. It's interesting too that uh the finance stuff just came up really big around that Pluto and Aquarius. That I mean, like, yeah, in my opinion, it definitely is like it's like the structure that has the most control for others. And you know, it's the thing that destroys everybody underneath it, right? It's like we shouldn't have to struggle. That's BS. Like anyway, the bottom line is that system has to change. I'm pretty sure it has to be the first to go. It logically makes sense. We'll see. And funny, hang on, All right. Oop, there's two there. That's fine. Yeah, it just feels like this week there's going to be enough of an energetic shift, like I said, that um we feel it, like, and we see it. Um, and again, don't go into fear. It may not happen this week, or inklings of it might happen, but like all these structures eventually have to change. Okay, funny. Okay, again, this is always my favorite card because every time I flip it up, the word on the bottom is forgiveness, but I always read it. I always like, oh, it says frequencies. It doesn't say frequencies, but I do it every time. I've done it a few times now. Okay, forgiveness for the end of the week. Here's the interesting thing is this is in a sort of two parts, because once the truth is revealed, whether you've been doing like your own research and things like that, and you already know a good majority of this, um, it still hurts, and it's still like there's this part of us, in all of us, and I'm sure because we're just human, is that like I want to see justice served for the way that you have treated humanity. You don't deserve to get away with that scot free. And so the forgiveness piece is going to be really bloody hard in this next few months. But what I also want to really go into is like, I'm feeling like this is more of a personal issue in terms of when truths get revealed. It's like there's going to be a lot of people that were like, how did we not see that? And how have we let this happen to us? And so there's going to be a lot of like almost like self blame. And I think it's really critical that we need to flip the script on that and be really kind and gentle with ourselves and forgive ourselves, because I'm sorry, like you got to give the powers that were a shit ton of credit, because they had that on this game on lockdown. Like they had it. Like it's kind of a brilliant plan. It was propagandized. So like we've been living our life because of how they've been telling us we should live our lives. But that's not the point of Aquarius, right? What did I say? Free and liberated individuals that that make up a free and liberated collective. Yeah, their time is done. It's over. These changes are going to. I mean, it's not going to happen just this week. It's gonna keep going. But in all of this, forgive yourself. You didn't do anything wrong. We've just, we didn't know any better until like recently when we've all started to wake up and go, okay, this is fishy. Like, so I'm just going to read these words. It's a heart chakra card too, right? So like part of the thing is always go back to the heart, self-love, self-care, all of these things this week. It's really critical that you are not um, breaking yourself down for anything that's happened. Have forgiveness. It might take us a lot longer to have forgiveness for others, but we'll get there. Letting go, healing, growth, compassion. Compassion's going to be a big one. If you can't reach the point of forgiveness of others, that's fine, but have compassion, because they're in the same boat. As soon as all this stuff is revealed, they're going to be doing, you can guarantee everybody's going, how did I not? How did we let this happen? How did we let this happen? Like, how did we get so far into this darkness? And none of us was like, you know, like had an inkling, like we were duped. And yeah, it's truly not our fault. And so don't blame yourself. Um, but the important part is like with all of the old structures, it's so critical that we're not hanging on to the old ways. And again, we're going to go through this period of transition where the noon might not come into place for like a couple months even. And it's going to be like, well, where are we? Like, what do we do right now? It's not going to be super pretty, but the important part is to manifest better things for ourselves and the collective, and to be doing that every day until it arrives. It's not, this isn't going to be an easy job. It never was. It was never going to be easy. It'd be so great if it did, if we just like waved our magic wand and like it was like, everybody's like kumbaya and fairies and unicorns and rainbows, but unfortunately, really how it works. Anyway, okay, let's take a look at the rest of the cards for the end of the week. Okay, I'm gonna read that one in a second. El Moria comes up first. Spiritual force field. Protective light is surrounding you. You are safe. And it's interesting. I'm going to read this card right away because it's the angels also come up. So, support and guidance. So, just really whatever is happening. I mean, it's going to look like crap. And the thing is like if there's like not a financial system for a few months, I don't know what it looks like, but so important that we're not going into fear over this. We have to keep our vibration. We have to keep the faith, keep hoping, keep dreaming, do everything in your power to, to go down that path and not down the path of clinging. More like we can mourn the loss of it, but it's like in the end, it's like this is this is for our own good and it has to happen this way. Like there's just no other way to do it. So just it's the cards are like and the guides are very critical that we're taking care of ourselves and we're not going into fear. Everything is going to be fine. It's going to take some time. Okay, this one's really interesting. I don't know why we pulled it, but um I'm gonna we got it Rama and Sita. It's about the holy union and soulmate connection, romantic opportunity. But I'm just not like I'm not feeling it like that for the end of the week. I think this is just more the union part and the soulmate connection. And it's not just like in our lives for like one person coming in. I feel like this is us starting to like really see our people, our tribes, our that interconnectedness, right? It really becomes apparent who our soulmates and our collective soul. I was just going to say that's band. Our collective souls are though. Like who's in our collective? There's lots of different groups of us, right? In fact, I think that's what the 144 ascended. I don't think it's ascended like individuals. There's not just 144, right? There's 144 collectives. How many people are in a collective? Could be three, could be 3 billion. Like, just is. That's always been my feeling around that. So, watch out for those like-minded souls this week because that's part of this, like the angels and the guidance and El Moria and like the spiritual force field is like it's time for us to start banding together, and finding comfort and solace in those other people that we know are like really like-minded and like-souled and like-hearted, right? I picked that card and then I was like, okay, I'm not sure where this is going. That was a really good interpretation of it, but I also was like, I'm going to grab one more from here just in case. So again, we got Mother Mary, which is miraculous encounter, divine experiences. Do not be afraid of being powerful. This is part of that, like that first card of like compassion and for yourself. And it's like, it's time to turn on our heart light and really let it shine and have that heart chakra opening and just, and then like drawing in all the like souls together so that we are starting to work on this and understand our interconnectedness and that we are moving towards, being a collective of love, of compassion, of and of manifestation and we're going to be fine. So again, yeah, asking again if you are struggling this week and things are really like tripping you up, ask for guidance and support from the angels. Just bring in that energy as much as we can. All right. The answer card we got for the end of the week is transformation, evolving. Can't like pretty much that's just self-explanatory. It's like I said at the middle part of the yeah, like this is happening. Here we go. We've been waiting for this moment. The transformations are occurring. We just keep our heads. Let's not freak out. Do not go into fear. Um, and know, like, just it's the biggest thing of the universe that we're always asked to do is we just have to trust the universe that everything is going according to plan and that we are going to be fine. Those are the truths of life. All right, let's wrap up the week here. Actually, no, I'm going to do three of the golden future cards. What, just as a question about what it means as we're heading into this new paradigm and this new earth. Um, what what three things are we focusing on with this shift of Pluto into Aquarius? What is it opening up for us? As a collective too, like not just as a okay. First up. Okay. Interesting. That shift brings in the dragon energy. Sending dragons to heal the world. Okay, that's cool. We'll take their help. Yeah. Again, this is part of one of those like the truths that have been so covered up that these are just mythological creatures that didn't that existed and then maybe didn't and then were just died off. And it's like the other thing I want to say about dragons too is like I don't know like how it's all going to play out, but they tend to be more like they're more dimensional. So they tend to be more energy. That's why usually you see them in like you'll see the shapes of them in clouds and like up in the sky and that sort of thing. So, but again, with this great reveal starting to happen, we might actually more tangibly get to see them. We also got oh, that's an interesting card. Leisure and sport. Participate and have fun. Honestly, I think that's because like this is like we're getting to this place where it's like the, everything that's about to happen is a little scary. It is a little bit too much. Uh, it's like the counteract to it is get together with like-minded people and have fun. Like, yeah, it's hard. The last few days, um, I've not really wanted to go anywhere, but I had obligations and things I said to do, and I was just dreading the whole day going on them. And then I was like, no, you need to just go and have fun. And so as soon as I put that in into my day and my perspective, there's that word, perception, it changed the whole thing and I had a really great time. So um even though it looks like things going to hell in a handbasket, just just try to have fun. I know that sounds so trite, but but it's really important. So like again, we don't need there's what's that Sia song? I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. We don't. That this is the new lesson for us is like we don't need that old system to rule our lives and to have fun and to enjoy it. So, and in fact, like this new paradigm of energy, magic and dragons and all of that is way more fun than like what's going on right now. Yeah. Okay. And so the last card we got, I love this card because like it's sort of like we got robots. Set yourself free with wisdom. It's really interesting though if you look at the robot and it's holding this extremely healthy looking salad. And it's just like there I'm very anti AI because I've probably seen too many movies where they take over. But again, this is part of us getting into our the mindset of not being negative about everything, right? Like looking at it from the positive is like, uh, maybe we can like work together and they can make our lives easier. And there is benevolent AI, and there, to my understand, like I would honestly think, I also think there's people on this planet that are already AI. Like, so we'll just see. Like, again, it's like part of the thing that's being asked of us too, like just looking at those cards, is like we really have to be a little more open-minded because things are, again, it's that perception card. It's like nothing's what it seems, and that's going to be super hard. Like it's going to be super hard for me. Like I know I'm going to have trouble with it, but like the forgiveness card came up and it's like, okay, part of the forgiveness is forgiving yourself, but we need to have an open heart. Um, because moving forward, things are going to be so different. It's funny because it's like it's different, but it's like part of us, like we have to access that heart chakra um, energy, and it's like we have to take everything that's kind of coming towards us and asking our heart and seeing if it resonates, and it's like, and it's also about the remembering of what's really true, right? I think, like there's so many of us out there reading cards. There's truthers, everybody's speculating on, what's to come. And to be honest, I don't think any of us have a freaking clue. Like half of the stuff, like I still think if we think we know it all, I don't think it's like, it's kind of like we're on, when you're on a reality show, if you watch reality shows, the minute somebody gets cocky or whatever, and it's like, I know everything and I'm going to win this and da da da, they end up getting kicked off the show usually. Like, this is what happens. So, I feel like this is like, be open. And like I said, like that portal, um, 1111 was kind of like expect the unexpected. Interesting part is it's the truth that's coming out. The truth is being revealed. So and again, be easy with yourself. Don't blame yourself. But just do your due diligence of like taking everything into the heart, and having a more open mind and open heart. Okay, let's sum up this week all together. Okay, we got the moon. Um, we're still, we're definitely still feeling the effects of Friday's moon. It was a super moon, so like 4 to 8 days, like takes us through the rest of the week. I use my intuition and intelligence to guide me at all times. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, is it's like it's really being hammered home for us that we have to be aware of what like of who we are and how magical we are. We have to use our intuition. Um, when it says intelligence too, I want to say like that's not like, how smart you are or anything like that. It's like it's heart math, it's heart intelligence. What is our heart saying to us? What is our heart like that's where we need to take all the answers or all the questions that we have and really sit and feel the answer, right? Like, is this benevolent? Is this okay? Yes, no. Like, we really need to be doing the work, right? And again, the other thing is the manifestation is like, um, let's manifest better things for humanity. It's totally possible in my mind. Oops, okay. Is it? I'm not sure. Hmm. Oh, we got the renewal card again, which is awesome though, because it's just like, yeah, the key word in that is new. All the new is coming in. Um, it's a renewal of our old selves, right? Our original selves. Um, yeah, kind of interesting times to be alive, isn't it? All right. I just want to do one of these. I might do one of the Nature's Rhythm Oracle too, 'cause they seem to always be a good way to end, and they always seem to be a good way to. They're bang on. Yeah. Okay. So just again for the sum up for the week, it again is gratitude there. No, I should. It's really critical that to open the lotus to enlightenment. of our individual self is we have to have a spirit of gratitude. And again, like gratitude is funny because like when you start to do gratitude work, it's usually like it, I don't know about for you, but it's like it sometimes comes down to like material things like I have a house, I have safety, which are great. I think though this is asking us to be very specific about the gratitude. I'm grateful for, that I'm here at this time in this life, that I have this opportunity to be a part of this paradigm shift, this transformation. Um, I'm grateful that I have like-minded souls that that are like my soulmates, and I'm grateful I've connected with them, that we have this. I'm grateful for interconnectedness, um, that we're making these changes on this planet once and for all to, so go down that path with gratitude, I think, and love. Just be grateful for having love, the ability to have love and joy and peace. Yeah, it's just really like I said, like at the beginning, it's just really important of reminding us of the power of our words, thoughts, frequency. Our future is created by those things, 100%. So let's create a beautiful future. Love it. Oh, interesting. Ripple effect. I already read the first part. It's kind of fun. What number is that? 36. Oops. Speaking of Ripple's kind of interesting. XRP and Ripple, that could be part of the new financial system. So that's kind of funny too. We'll see how that all plays out. I'm no expert. I have no idea. My positive actions create a ripple effect in the world. If you feel that you are irrelevant in this world, this card reminds you that your existence is vital. When you feel like a tiny drop in the ocean, contemplate that you are the entire ocean. Interconnectedness in a drop. The things you do influence the world. Your actions ripple in your community and beyond. As above, so below, as within, so without. That's funny because that's the concept of like this, like moving into Aquarius is like what is above and below that energy we need to like harness and emanate and manifest now into this time and space. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Basically, and it says at the bottom, what is one thing that you would like to see more of in the world? How can you practice this change in your life today? Yeah, just it's it's just about energy and frequency, and we just have to be doing the work. Like it's super simple. I know we get so distracted by the third dimensional world right now because it's just, I mean, part of it too is it's like like that's where that where we want to see justice and stuff. But we might have to just let that notion go, um, leave it up to the powers that are shifting this to deal with that, and we can just read it as a news article and be like, okay, cool, that's good. I'm glad that finally happened. But we don't need to put all our energy and investment into that. We need to be creating the future. All right. That's an interesting week. Enjoy it. Take care of yourselves. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. Love, 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 love yourself and everyone else. Okay, take care. Never wants to shut off sometimes. Okay, bye.